If you're a parent watching this, I want you to pause for a second and be honest with yourself. How many times this month have you felt that sinking feeling when you checked your teen's spending? Another $60 on something they needed? Another argument that ends with, you don't understand? And you lying awake wondering if you're failing as a parent? I was exactly there. My 15-year-old son was spending money faster than I could earn it. New gadgets, snacks, clothes he wore once. It was endless. I tried everything. Strict rules, taking away his card, long lectures about responsibility. Nothing worked. We fought almost every week, and I could see it was damaging our relationship. I was exhausted, frustrated, and honestly scared that I was raising a kid who would struggle with money his whole life. But then I stopped trying to control him and started giving him tools to control himself. In this video, I'm sharing the exact 3 methods that finally changed everything in our house, without the constant fights. These are not theoretical ideas. They are practical, real-world things you can start using this week. And at the end, I'll give you a simple mini challenge you and your team can do together. If you're tired of the same exhausting money battles and you want real peace and real progress, stay with me until the end. This one could be the turning point for your family.
Look at you, finally admitting it on camera. I've seen so many parents come here completely drained, secretly blaming themselves because their teenager can't seem to hold on to money for more than a few days. You try rules, you try consequences, you try tough love, and it all backfires into bigger fights and more resentment. Most of you are stuck in this painful cycle where you either become the bad guy who says no to everything or you give up and watch the money disappear. It's exhausting. You lie awake wondering if you're doing something wrong as a parent. But all right, Dad, I'm listening. You say you found a different way that doesn't require daily battles. Show me. Because if this actually works without turning your home into a war zone every weekend, then maybe, just maybe, you've got something other exhausted parents need to hear.
The first method that made a real difference was something I call the value check. Before my son buys anything over $25, I ask him to answer 3 specific questions out loud. Will this purchase still matter to me in 30 days? Is this something I'm buying because I truly want it or because I saw it online? If I had to choose between this and saving for something bigger, I really want in 3 months, what would I pick? At first, he hated it, but after doing it a few times, he started pausing naturally. One evening, he wanted a $70 hoodie he saw on TikTok. He answered the questions, realized he only wanted it because his friends had similar ones, and decided not to buy it. That small moment of self-awareness was huge. Most teens stay broke because they buy based on instant emotion, not real value. The value check forces them to think before they spend. It's not about saying no, it's about teaching them to say no to themselves. Within 3 weeks, our arguments dropped dramatically because he was making better decisions on his own.
The value check sounds fancy. I've seen hundreds of parents try similar think before you buy tricks, and their teens still cave the next day because the urge is stronger than the questions. They answer the questions, feel smart for 5 minutes, then buy the thing anyway when the notification pops up. You humans love starting strong and quietly quitting when the impulse hits again. This time, it'll be different. I've heard that line a million times, but all right, I'm still listening. You say this actually worked in your house. Show me the next step. I'm genuinely curious what you think is going to fix this without constant fighting.
The second method that changed everything was the peer pressure decoder. My son and I started doing a quick 5-minute conversation every time he wanted something because everyone else has it. I would ask him, if none of your friends had this, would you still want it? How much of this decision is about fitting in versus actually enjoying it? This simple conversation helped him separate real desires from social pressure. One week, he wanted expensive sneakers because all his friends had them. After the decoder talk, he realized he didn't even like the design that much. He just didn't want to feel left out. He chose not to buy them and felt proud of that decision. Most teens stay broke because they buy things to keep up with others, not because they truly need or want them. The peer pressure decoder gave him the ability to recognize when he was being influenced by the crowd. It turned a source of conflict into a moment of real growth and understanding between us.
Peer Pressure Decoder. You're really giving everything fancy names today. I've seen teens try to resist social pressure and still fold the moment their friends post something new. They say they're strong, but the fear of missing out is powerful. But okay, if it actually helped your son make a decision based on what he really wanted instead of what others had, that's a win. I'm starting to see why this might work better than the usual yelling matches. All right, hit me with the third one. I'm waiting to be impressed.
The third and most powerful tool we started using was an AI prompt I call the Ownership Audit. Before buying anything over $30, my son pastes the item and price into this prompt. You are a brutally honest ownership advisor for a 15-year-old. I want to buy item for key price. Ask me 5 tough questions about whether I will actually use and value this item in the next 3 months. Then give me a clear yes/no/, maybe with real reasons why. Be direct, no sugarcoating. The first time he ran it on a new gaming controller, the AI asked questions that made him realize he already had 2 controllers he barely used. He ended up saying no himself. After using this consistently for 4 weeks, he went from saving almost nothing to automatically setting aside 42% of everything he makes. He even started a small side hustle selling custom stickers online. For the first time, he felt like he was in control of his money instead of it controlling him.
Okay, I have to admit that actually sounds useful. I thought this was going to be another just save more lecture, but giving your teen a tool that makes him question his own ownership and real value before buying, that's smart. Most advice is so preachy that teens tune it out immediately. This one feels different. It's direct, it's personal, and it actually makes them think. I'm starting to believe this could work for normal teens who usually ignore their parents. If it made your son stop mid-click and choose not to buy something, maybe there's real hope here. All right, kid, you've got my attention now. Keep going. Not gonna lie, I'm actually impressed this time. I really thought this was going to be another one of those videos that sounds good, but falls apart the moment a real teenager tries it. Most money advice for teens is just the same recycled lectures that nobody follows for more than 3 days. But you gave real, usable tools that a normal 15-year-old can copy and paste today, and you actually started making better choices almost immediately. I take back most of what I said earlier. I was wrong to doubt it this hard. This is actually pretty smart and surprisingly practical. If it worked for you and helped you go from constant fights to real progress, then other parents and teens really need to hear about this. I'm proud of you, kid. You might actually be onto something here.
Thanks, Tiny. You're savage, but you're the best. I was surprised myself how fast things changed once we stopped fighting and started using these practical tools together. Just a few months ago, I was exhausted from the same arguments every single week, feeling like I was failing as a parent and watching my son repeat the same money mistakes I made at his age. If you're a parent watching this right now and you're tired of the constant money battles, the guilt, the frustration, and the fear that your teen will struggle with finances for years to come, please know you're not alone. I was exactly where you are. These methods didn't just reduce the fights in our house, they helped us build real understanding, trust, and progress. My son started making better choices on his own, and for the first time, I felt like I was actually guiding him instead of constantly battling him. It's possible to change this pattern without turning your home into a war zone every weekend.
All right, parents and teens, you've made it to the end. That means you're serious about changing things. The mini challenge for this week is simple but powerful. Try the ownership audit prompt on at least one purchase over $30 this week. Do it together with your teen or your parent and tell me in the comments how it went. If this video helped you even a little, hit subscribe and drop a comment right now. What's the biggest money struggle you're having with your teen at the moment? I read every single comment and I'll reply with the exact tool or prompt that can help you. We'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp out there.